I always wanted to like try to figure out, well, what would Jimmy Page play here,
Yes.
or like what would Stevie Ray play in the vein of him, but like not copying. And you can first learning it,
Yes.
trying to get it as close as you can, and then doing the takeaways.
Well, and again, let me do one more thing where I listen to somebody do something,
Yeah.
and then I thought, wow, that's really cool. Let me make sure. Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. It was pretty quick.
So, say Stevie Ray Vaughan is kind of like I love the overbending and everything. And then he'd go. So I'm like, wow, he's taking the flat 5 pentatonic of B and inserting it into E,
Yeah.
right? So you're. So I'm like, so what can I do with that? Which is something that Phil X would do, because I go. But if I go. So I'm going back and forth from the B with the flat 5 to the E with the flat 5. And people are like, wow, how'd you think of that? Well, I got a little from Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. And when you showed me the little example of what he plays where it does that,
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Right.
I just knew that I associated that lick with him.
With him, yes, exactly.
I didn't know like what the technical terminology was.
Well, I don't
right?
know if he knew.
Right.
To him, it just sounded cool.
Yeah.
Right? Did he know that he's in A playing cold shot, and that he does this little, does he know that he's going in
Right.
E for a minute,
Yeah.
for a second, with the flat 5, and then back to A? I think he's just doing something that he thinks sounds good.
Right, yeah.
But my mind is like, okay, why does that make sense, and why is it so cool, and this is why. So I'm gonna do it like this. And I think that's another thing about instincts for me. I hear something like that, and I roll it into something that can be me, and that's how people are like, how did you get that distinctive sound? And man, I'm not afraid to tell you where I got anything. But, and songwriters, some of the best songwriters, they say, hey, good songwriters borrow and great songwriters steal. Well, stealing licks is the same thing, but I think it's disguising it is even more important than those other two things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I think you have to disguise it and make it yours. Like, if the funny thing is about Randy Rhoads just did this to this scale. He went, everybody else is going, and he just went, and all of a sudden, anytime I hear anybody do that, I go, that's Randy Rhoads.
Ah,
Right?
interesting. Yeah,
Like,
that does.
That's
Totally.
he doesn't do. That's what everybody else does. But he turned that major 6 into a minor 6, and it became Randy Rhoads.